Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're coming here from the last video that I posted, that is the part of this video. Yeah, so there's a few things. For one, it's now nighttime. I stopped the other video because I felt like I was going to run out of storage, which I probably was, but I think that it was definitely spirit for the most part that guided this to happen. So I just want to kind of tell you guys what happened so that way maybe it's a message for you. Okay, so my mom's birthday is today, as I said before, and so I ended up not having as much time as I thought before we went to dinner. So I ended up having to just stop the video anyway and go to dinner. Well, after dinner, I came back home and I felt compelled to go outside again. Now, mind you, if you haven't come here from the first video, then it's a pick a card. This is pile number 2. It shows this feather and the obsidian crystal ball and these charms here. So anyway, when I got back, I felt compelled to go outside, and that, the birds were calling me, and not just birds. I also got some bones too, some armadillo bones. But anyway, I'm talking too much about myself. So, right when I was on my way back, I normally am guided to the exact spot that the feathers are going to be. Well, I think I needed to not find these until the end because the owl wasn't going to be out until it was almost like in that in-between state between night and day. Okay. This is a great horned owl feather, and so is this. They're just different parts of the body. But look how absolutely pristine and beautiful they are. I'm so, so, so thankful and so excited to add these to my collection. But after I got them, I had these little birds. I was walking towards my house and I heard these little bitty birds that were like just going off. Like, I'm like, what is y'all's deal? What is it? What's going on? And I look up and this owl, oh my gosh, it was so big. This great horned owl, it was so big. And it flies over my head and it lands on a tree. And I'm like, oh, it's the same owl that offered me these feathers. And I was like, just in so much gratitude and in awe for this blessing. And I was like, thank you so much. And it looked back at me. And I was like, oh, it doesn't want me to look at it. So I like put my head down. And it came back and looked at me again. And so I put my head down and I'm like, I'm not looking. And it turned back away from me. And then it looked back again to see if I was looking. I wasn't looking. And then I looked at it and it turned its head back around like it was going to jump off the branch and fly away. And I was like, okay, I'm not looking. I honor you. Thank you. Thank you for this blessing. Thank you for this offering. And I look up finally and it looks back at me. And it's like, you're welcome. And it flies off. And this owl was so big that it was like its wingspan was the size of my arm span almost. Like, okay, maybe like a foot and a half shorter, but still, it was huge. And just the awe and the sight that I was in was, when I was recording this video previously for the picker card, I was going to be rushing, okay? So the message here is that everything has a specific time, okay, in order for you to see the magic. I was deliberately redirected to take my baby nephew out there to look for woodpecker feathers with me because I know I missed some. We found 2, one for him and then I found one. We went up into the mama tree to see if there was anything else left by the hawks or by the eagles. We didn't find anything. We got back down. It was also his first time ever climbing the tree without a ladder. I was so proud of him. He's only 5. He's such a mini-me. His birthday's 6 days before mine too. So, but anyway, and then I started looking through the backside of my property. I found a crow feather that is from my 3 crow fins that I have here that live here with me, that that know me, that I built a bond with, these 3 crows, and a relationship and a communication with. So I was so grateful to find that crow feather. And then I was led over to this other spot by my burn pile, and there was what I thought was a turtle. It's not. It was an armadillo, but I found some bones and the shell and all this stuff. And then I had to go inside and get mosquito spray because I was getting ate up by the mosquitoes. And I go back out. I walk all the way down to the other side of the road, down our dirt road, and I come back. And on the way back, I went around where I put my wards are, which are on the very corner of our property. I went to check my ward on the south side, the southeast side. And as I was walking out of this corner where my ward is at, I looked down, and this feather is there, and it had just stormed so big, so everything was kind of like crinkled up. I've already washed it and preserved it, and realigned it back up. But I was like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you so much. I was so grateful. And then as I'm walking past the spot where this feather was found, I look up against the tree, and I saw these orange colors, and these are my favorite. I don't know why, but I have another one too. But they're my favorite, the ones that have these, like this orangish brownish color to them. I don't know, there's just something about them to me that I really love. Am I going to be able to find the other one? One second, just in case if y'all want to see. If you don't, then you can scroll past this. But if you're interested, yeah, see? Now this one is not as bright, like the orange is not as defined. But look at how beautiful these feathers are, y'all. So I saw that orange color and I was like, oh my gosh, so excited. So anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing this with you. My point is that if I would have received these feathers from the beginning, I would have missed the owl. I would have missed that contact and communication and clarification, or not clarification, confirmation that this was given to me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I feel like this is a huge part of this message, especially since this is my pile. This is the pile that I chose. So I just want to throw it out there. Okay, well, let's get back to your reading, pile number 2. Or if you're just coming to this one and you don't even need to go to the other video, then that's fine too. Welcome. You chose this woodpecker feather. Okay, and if you notice, you can see how some of the lines are horizontal and some of them are vertical. Like some of the white is horizontal and some is vertical. I find that very interesting. And look at the point on that thing. It's almost like it has like 2 fangs. So I think that this is a pretty, I mean, I'm not sure what part of the woodpecker it is. It's a Dowie woodpecker. But I feel like that's very symbolic here. Not only is the black and white symbolic of balance between the shadow and the light. Again, this happened at the twilight. When the light is disappearing, the sun is going down. And I think that that's very important here, because the time of twilight is when spirit is active. It is where you are closest to the spirits around you. They are very active in that time, and I feel like there's something about needing to be up at the sunrise and the sunset and being present in nature wherever you live. Okay, you chose these charms. You got a lot of charms that came out. Okay, you have the sun, you have the north, east, south, and west, which is interesting because that's where my ward was. You have a piece of labradorite, which is my favorite crystal, and this house charm that says sweet home with a heart in it, and a butterfly that was flipped upside down, and a French horn that was also flipped upside down. So maybe something about the throat chakra here, or transformation that is about to happen but you don't see it yet, or maybe you haven't seen the fact that you've already transformed a certain thing. You could have a connection to butterflies as well. So that is the things I need to say before we get to your message. All right, let's get into it. So this mushroom card is going to be the main message here. And you got number 24 with fertility, bamboo mushroom. Okay, and this mushroom talks about its ability to thrive is by spreading its spores or its seeds as far and wide as possible. This net is not here to trap anything. See how there's like space here? It's not here to trap. It's here to spread its seeds far and wide. Okay, we're gonna read out of the book. Oh, whoops! Hold on one second. Okay. As I was just getting a drink, I just wanted to say what came to my mind, which is divine timing is very relevant here. Okay. Divine timing, patience, waiting, trusting. Okay. So the interesting thing about this stinkhorn is that the smell attracts flying insects that eat the gleba and get the spores stuck on them, which they then spread. What is truly remarkable is the veil will always just reach the ground and go no further, and won't stop just before it. This net gives crawling insects on the forest floor an avenue to climb to the top, to also help with dispersing the mushroom spores. Once the gleba has been completely consumed, the veil will be short-lived, which is interesting because, as you can see, this is not actually reaching the floor. So I think that this is a message here about, you know, you need to let the veil go down to the actual floor, so that way the insects that can't fly can climb up here. So maybe it's like people are wanting to help spread your things, but you don't have access fully, or they don't have access fully to reach the thing that needs to be spread. Okay, that's a side note. Okay, so it's talking about the stinkhorn mushroom is good at what it does, and that is all about spreading its spores as widely as possible. This card represents having a thorough understanding of what is necessary to achieve what you need to grow and spread your seeds. Drawing this card suggests that if you set the scene right by understanding the relationships you rely on, everything will come to you effortlessly to ensure your survival and spread your seeds. When you rely on others, you must understand their needs as much as your own to make any mutual relationship work. What you offer must be enticing, and without having to do too much more, others will spread the word because you have laid the foundation right. Being in relationships with other people can help you achieve and grow in ways that you necessarily can't on your own. The net you scatter is not to catch people, it is to help them get to where they want to be. You can show them how to overcome their obstacles, and in return, they help you to overcome yours. Drawing the fertility card indicates that something is about to spread and grow through the help of others, or it may be that you are you who is helping someone else achieve their dream. You have done the necessary work, and now you have to be patient and allow others to do theirs. So, take what resonates from that, okay? I do feel like this transformation with this throat chakra thing is about you fully being seen, or really speaking your truth, spreading your whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, getting it out in the open and known. And a lot of times what it was talking about knowing what the relationships that you rely on, what they need and what you need. And it's important for both sides to speak the things that you are needing from other people and vice versa. So open communication here is definitely something that I feel like is necessary. And we're in the midst of Mercury retrograde if you're seeing this when I post it. So there's that. And the Capricorn full moon that we just had, the strawberry moon, definitely magnetize that. Okay, let's get into the symbols. Okay, we have guides. I always think of Aquarius when I see this card, but really also the water spirits could be significant. But this card is talking about you are not alone. Okay, you have guides all around you, spirits that are trying to help assist you with what you need. And you know what, this could be saying that you need to let the veil down to the spirits around you to help you get done what you need to get done. Most of the time, our connection with spirit will do a whole lot more for us than even people, you know? It's really important to build that connection with your guides. So that is very significant here. Okay, we also have release with the Knight. With the Athame here, number 42. This is number 7. There's something that needs to be released or cut off. And we have knowledge, number 34, which is also a 7. So we have 2 7s here. They're telling me to get the book. Well, my goodness, that was ridiculous. They told me to get the book and then I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere on my bed, on my altar, on my tarot table. Couldn't find it anywhere. It was underneath my feet on the ground, down here, like underneath my desk. So, I feel the energy of Mercury in retrograde like so heavy right now, okay? But understand that these things are probably meant to get you to see something, okay? There may be like real world things that your guides are putting into place that are blocking you or delaying you or guiding you in a specific direction, okay? So this guides card is exactly what I was talking about here. It says your spirit guides and ancestors are calling to you now. They surround you with their love and protection and also offer you their wisdom. Allow these helping spirits into your world today. Allow them into your world today, okay? You are not alone. Meditate on this when you need assistance from your spiritual team. So the next card, talking about release, is saying without delay, cut the cords to any unhealthy or toxic people, places, energy, habits, and beliefs. This is a time to stand in your truth without cutting anyone down in the process. Meditate on this when you want to be the spiritual warrior with love, honor, and compassion. And this is talking about knowledge. Remain teachable. There is new wisdom available to you at this time. This card can signify getting more information before proceeding. It can also signify the presence of an important teacher, or perhaps you are that teacher and it's time to share your knowledge and gifts with the world around you. Okay, it also talks about the Akashic Records, but I think that that's not relevant. Okay, so with that being said, with all of that, it seems like a whole lot of drama, a whole lot of delays, a whole lot of just stuff that might not be necessary. But I think that it's happening to really get your attention, okay? Really get your attention. There are things that need to be released, but also the main message that stood out for me the most with this release card is to stand in your truth without cutting anyone else down in the process, okay? There may be more knowledge that's needed before you proceed, okay? And I feel like your guides are here to bring you this. So there's something that's really important about your path, about the people that you surround yourself, maybe in your home, in your community, in your relationship, that needs a deeper look or needs a pause, especially with Mercury in retrograde. It's like, okay, let's wait, pause all serious communication that may have a negative effect on anybody else and yourself. Like, you may be feeling things really heavy right now. You may be feeling underlining energies or feeling like oh hell no, right? But they're saying to hold on. You need to do this in a way that doesn't cut somebody else down. Okay, I feel like that's really important here. All right, let's see what else we have here. We have the Rune Ingwaz, okay? This is the seed. Again, this is fertility, masculinity, life force, procreation, potency. It is the seed ready to be planted, impregnation and gestation leading to birth, build up and release of positive energy, climax of one phase before continuing, physical or symbolic procreation, and starting something new. I really feel like you are about to, this isn't just about planting the seed. I feel like this is like the beginning of the next full stage of your life. We're going to get into it with the tarot. But I really feel like this is the masculine life force. This is like the father energy, okay? That is needed. And look at this male energy here. Obviously, it looks like a you-know-what. So I feel like whatever comes out of this is going to be the creation of something much bigger. Okay, this is really an important pivotal moment in your journey and your timeline now, and it needs to be done with care. Okay, and making sure that your energy is secure, strong, protected, and you are fully being guided by your guides. Okay, by your ancestors or your gods or whatever it is that you work with. Okay. Yes. And look at the flower coming up in the rainbow. Just go for it. Yes, and just go for it. And Celine, bring light into somebody else's dark sky, in somebody's dark sky. Okay. Interesting. I feel like maybe you are that light in other people's. I feel like you are the light in other people's lives. Be that relationship or you being a teacher or a leader. I feel like you really are the light in other people's eyes. And maybe you don't see the importance of that, or maybe you don't feel valued in that. But I'm telling you that you really do make an impact on other people, okay? Or you're going to be. You're going to be. Either way, I feel like you're meant to do this. So let's see. Oop. I already pre-shuffled these, but this was earlier. God and Goddess, beings of light, bring to my sight, help me see through fog and fear, and bring to me the answers clear. For pile number 2s, for those that chose the obsidian, crystal ball. I really feel like the elements are on your side. Odin could be significant. Ravens, crows could be significant to you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Spirit. Can I get a card for the past for pile number 2? Can I get a card for the past for pile number 2? Or 3 cards. What is the deal with with this pile? You have like, there's only supposed to be 1 of these. You have 3 of everything. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have the shadow side, which technically is like the devil card in tarot. For those of you that do read tarot and you want to know what card it is the devil card. But witches don't believe in the devil, obviously. It's a Christian-made thing. Yeah. So, wow. Okay, so I do feel like this could definitely be ancestral things that are coming up that are being cut away. Okay, I do. I feel like, and look, bring light into someone else's darkness. Look at this. Look at this candle. There's something about you being a light shining in this cave, like Hekate's coming through with the torchbearer. Okay, because the shadows look bigger when they're in a shadow, but it's really like they're not that big. They just seem bigger than what they look, because like, you know, when you can like play hand puppets like on the wall with a flashlight, same thing. Sometimes entities or beings will try to make themselves be bigger than what they actually are just to scare you. This is like deep-rooted fear here, but it looks like you are shining the light into this whole entire situation here. We're going to clarify, but with the Hierophant here and the Empress, wow. Okay, we have the Hierophant and the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So either you are working with a teacher, somebody that can help bring you the keys, okay? And it's interesting how there's a sun and a moon here. So light and darkness, the balance of both, the keys to both kingdoms here. I really feel like this is your purpose that we're talking about here. And the fact that we have the star and this Ace of Wands. There's the butterfly right there, okay? But look, we're at dawn or dusk. You see? There's something about that time in between night and day. Okay, that is so significant for this pile. And there's a very deep healing that is happening here. And I saw these today. I forgot what they're called, Ingrids or something like that, but I saw them today flying over me. There was 3 of them. Interesting. Definitely my pile for sure. I'm going to try not to read it for myself because then I can't read. I can't read that well for myself. I can read for everybody else, but that's why I like doing pick a piles or pick a card piles or whatever. Okay, we're going to clarify and see what this devil energy is, what this shadow side energy is. I really feel like you're exposing the shadow and other people in a positive way. And I think that's why it's telling you to stand in your truth, shine your light without cutting someone else down in the process. Because everyone is just behaving from their unhealed wounds, right? Like, if they're... Wow, the 3 of Swords just flopped out with the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Okay, yeah, there's a deep healing of past pain here. Okay, a deep, deep healing of past pain here. Okay, clarify the shadow side. The call twos, the Justice card. Okay, oof, the Death. Libra energy could be significant. The Scales of Justice. You shining the light on other people's demons is what you're meant to do here. You're meant to expose people's shadow. Okay, the Fool. You're meant to expose people's shadow. Okay, maybe they have no clue. Or this could be an aspect of yourself. Take it how it resonates. Maybe they don't have any clue that they are being affected by their demons. Because what happens when we ignore a whole part of ourselves, a whole aspect of ourselves, like our shadow, when we don't want to accept that, or we don't want to believe that we have demons, then that is what is controlling you. That is what is, that, again, the balance. That is what it has the power over your everyday choices. Okay? Your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions. The shadows are running you. If you think that everything is love and light and everything is happy-go-lucky and there's nothing wrong with you, if that's where you're living at due to religious dogma or people beating you down, whatever the case may be, you haven't felt safe enough to explore. Maybe they haven't felt safe enough to explore their shadow side, okay? And something about you is triggering their shadow, which is going to help balance them out. Whether it happens when you're in their life or not, clarify the Justice with the shadow side. The 2 of Cups. Okay, this is like the same energy that came out for pile number 1. This could have to do with, I just got to say what I say. This has to do with relationships. You know, maybe you're healing past connections, whether it's past life, ancestral, or in this lifetime. I feel like when it comes to connections, you've probably been with a lot of shitty people that were solely living out of their shadow. And when people are in their shadow, like when their shadow is controlling them, they want to believe that they are righteous, that they are the one in the right and you're the one in the wrong. And that's where you get projection. They start projecting their traumas onto you. They start blaming you for everything that they're causing. Yada yada, you know the drill. So there's some type of justice happening here in a connection, okay, in a relationship. Clarify the Ace of Wands. What is this Ace of Wands here? I just feel like, you know, maybe a lot of your solar plexus energy, your sacral energy has been taken due to this, okay? You could have a lot of like sacral cords to past lovers, okay? That is draining this life force energy, this creative life force power here. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. I feel like you can create whatever you want with this. You have many, many options. It's up to you what you want to do with it. And maybe you feel like maybe there's some type of like underlying trauma with the Eight of Swords here that makes you think that you can't utilize this energy, this life force, because it's always attracted the wrong type of people. Clarify the Seven of Cups with it. Wow. Okay, yeah. The Queen of Cups and the Temperance. And here's the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you have or are officially healed when it comes to the same old dark relationships from the past, okay? There is a rainbow on the other side. Here's the rainbow again. Yes, just go for it. I feel like maybe you don't know or don't believe that you've actually healed this within yourself, but you have. Okay, you're alchemizing. And you see the, oh, there's a little ant. Hello. What are you doing here, buddy? You might want to go that way before you get hurt. Yeah, go that way. Ah, go that way. Yeah, so 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. Both of these cards. And she's pouring in both aspects. Now, in this card, it's more of a physical thing, right? This is Sagittarius energy here and Aquarius energy. You could have both in your chart or you don't have to. But in the Temperance card, she is changing one element into the next element. She is alchemizing one element and alchemizing it into a different element. Okay? And I feel like that's kind of what's been going on here. Instead of just consistently bashing things out and like blaming others or, you know, being in victim mode, it's almost like you're realizing that pain and that trauma, the Three of Swords, is still energy. And instead of continuously just trying to protect and block and block and block, it's time to just allow it to flow and know that you will transmute this into an energy that is nourishing, okay? The Queen of Cups is somebody that is very intuitive, very tapped in here, okay? You're very tapped in here. And so it's almost like it doesn't matter what you do with this life force energy. Trust yourself. Trust yourself that you've made it and that you don't have to continue living in this Three of Swords energy. I feel like maybe you guys have tried to hide from these wounds, or you didn't really understand what they were, and you didn't really understand why you kept attracting the same type of person, or you thought maybe it was something wrong with you, and I feel like that's changing now, or it has changed. The Queen of Cups is going to take care of her first. That is what it is. She's going to take care of herself first and fill her own cup up first so she can help fill the cup of other people. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. She's filling her cup up with the Ace of Cups by walking away from the things that are not fulfilling for her. She might have thought it was fulfilling when she got there, but now she's like, well, there's more. There's more. There's more for me. Okay, let's see. What's the future here? Show me the future energy with the Star card. Clarify the Star card with the future energy. Whoops. Okay, you got the Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. A lot of these same cards are coming out from pile number 1, so if you might want to go watch pile number 1 too, okay? Yeah, the Hangman, the Magician. Okay, so with the Page of Cups here, this is really trusting your intuition, okay? Yeah, so in the past, I forgot that we're doing past, present, future. I don't know if I mentioned that before. So the past is that you've got justice in relationships now. Like, you have healed this. You've healed this shadow of not being worthy, of not, you know, you were always meant to realize that you deserve more. But you were also feeling karma. You were also paying karma. Okay? Whether it's past life karma or whatever, but it's definitely connected to relationships, okay? With the Star card here with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Cups, anything that comes towards you, you are following your intuition. You know. You just know. You're tapped in. You're psychic. You are. This is your future energy, okay? You've actively healed the ignoring of your intuition for the sake of whatever. You no longer are over-giving, over-loving. You are now the Queen of Swords. But you can be the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups at the same time, okay? Again, this is your future. This is your right now. So right now, you're in the Queen of Cups energy. And you might be a little bit confused on which way to go or which way to put this energy into play. But regardless, you have whatever you choose, you're still going to get there. So whatever road you take, you will end up home. You will end up where you're meant to be going. Okay? Because you have control over your destiny. Okay? And you will always end up where you're meant to be going. It might take you longer. Some roads might be funner, some might be harder, some might be quicker or shorter, but either way, or longer. Either way, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. Okay? And you have a lot of angelic help here as well. Assistance here with this Temperance card and the guides. Okay? So, in the future, your near future, what's coming in is communication, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Communication could be coming in. Something is happening fast. And I think what's happening fast is that you're going to show yourself that, wow, my emotions are no longer taking out my intuition. See this wave here? It's not taking her out. And this girl right here represents your intuition with your inner child connecting to your higher self, okay? That is the alignment. Your inner child is connected to your higher self, and that's where you get a steady flow of information through your guides, okay? But it's got to come through your body. And I feel like you've done inner child healing work here, okay? Trust in your discernment. Trust in your discernment. You're not going to make the same mistakes as you did before, okay? You have sacrificed. You've learned the lesson with Odin here and the Magician. Yes, you've put time. You have put so much time into this, okay? From pulling yourself out of this Eight of Swords energy where you feel like, I can't see a way out. You've put effort. You've put work on yourself, okay? You've realized where you are blocking yourself here. And now you have all of the elements, again, north, east, south, and west. Earth, air, fire, and water. You have everything you need to create the magic that you desire in your life. And that magic is trusting yourself. It's trusting yourself and knowing that I'm not going to allow anything to override my intuition, to override what my body, heart, and soul is telling me. I will cut things off. I will let things come to me. I don't have to have a fortress around my heart, but I do have a gate. And if your energy isn't resonating, it's not getting through the gate, okay? And you're not taking this lightly. You're really taking the time to see things from every perspective. Okay, wow, pile number 2. I hope this did resonate for you. Sorry it's a little bit longer. Please make sure to like, subscribe, share if you feel so called to do so. Comment down below. Let me know what pile you chose. And thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Couldn't do without you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the As Above, So Below tarot deck with this feather and the glass crystal ball. So the first thing that I noticed with this feather is that I haven't really seen one that's quite like this. Like it's, sorry, I have like OCD and it's really bothering me. They're very thin, these woodpecker feathers. But if you notice, normally normally these woodpecker feathers are very like uniform, and over here I just was looking at this spot and this spot, and it just I heard cow. which that would be a milk cow, right? But what I'm getting is like cattle. It's bringing me to the rune Fehu, which means cattle. And it's also bringing me to like the Egyptians that worship the cow. And it representing abundance. Fehu represents abundance and like what you owe, like what you own, like the land, like way back in the day, if you had livestock, then that meant that you were wealthy. And depending on how many livestock you owned would depend on how much wealth you have. But wealth was determined through livestock for the most part, unless if you were like a queen or something. So that's just something that comes forward with this feather. So I'll go ahead and put that to the side up here. And it's really aggravating me that it doesn't lay flat, but again, it was just found today, so I can't be too mad at it. And with this glass crystal ball, I'm getting blessings with this as well, because I have been wanting a crystal ball, and although it's, or a glass ball, a clear glass ball, instead of using a crystal ball like this one, because when you're scrying with this type of crystal ball, you scry through the things that are inside of it. I forgot what they're called, like, you know, the lines that are inside of it. And you scry by moving it around and seeing different shapes with a flashlight underneath it, kind of thing. But a clear glass ball, it's a whole different type of scrying. The way that something passes in front of it or behind it. But I also feel like I just want to keep holding it and putting energy into it. But my point being is that I had been wanting one. And right after my friend came to visit from Texas, Chelsea, hello Chelsea, if you're watching this, love you. We had used my dad's car, and my dad was asking me for where the charger thing was for the car, so I had to go out there and look for it. And I found it in his car. Why on earth there would be a glass ball in his car, I don't know, but Spirit got me one. Even though it's smaller than the one that I would have wanted, regardless, it's a gift from Spirit. No one knows where it came from. So you might have like unseen blessings coming to you that are just like, wow, how did that happen? How did that happen? Okay, so you may be opening a new form of abundance in your life. Okay, pile 3. You also chose this charm. Okay. I hope you can see it. I can't really see the phone, so yeah. Can you see it? There we go. Okay. And I wanted to just read for you what this symbol is. So in Celtic traditions, yes, it means the 4 elements, earth, air, fire, and water. It means protection. It's called the quaternary knot or shield knot. It symbolizes protection, the 4 elements, and the eternal cycle of life. It's frequently used in jewelry to represent longevity and an unbreakable bond. Okay? But there's also another aspect to it. Tibetan Buddhism is one of the 8 auspicious symbols, representing the interconnectedness of all things and the Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion. Its closed design also symbols samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. And Chinese culture, known as a mystic knot or Chinese knot, is a popular decorative emblem associated with good fortune, happiness, and a long, prosperous life. Yes, exactly. Okay. So that is the charm that you got. Okay. We are going to see what mushroom card is here. This is going to be the main overall energy for your reading. We have Enoki, a line, number 8. Look at all these little bitty mushrooms that are probably pretty frail on their own. Let's get the book and see what it says. Number 8, which is also a number of abundance. So yeah, I really feel like there's something about abundance here. It is edible and it's medicinal. It's native to China, Japan, and Korea. So you guys might have like a connection to Japan, China, and Korea. Together we stand tall. A single enoki. You know what this reminds me of is Japanese way of living. Like their streets are clean. Like everything is very, everyone picks up trash. Everyone, it's just a natural thing over there. We are absolutely disgusting compared to Japan, and like they have set of beliefs where, you know, you get up at a certain time, you walk a certain time of day, you help an elderly person. Like it's just all these things that help create a really beautiful and abundant and fertile land or like community. Okay. Together we stand tall. A single enoki mushroom is thin and weak, but when grown together, it is tall and strong. Grown together, enoki are all the same, just varying sizes, and together they are something significant. Sometimes strength comes in numbers and also in finding your tribe. When we align our values and morals with others, we can make more of a difference than we can alone. We are becoming ever more aware of the power of group consciousness and community. What may seem unsurmountable at first can be conquered together. Whether it's reminding me of everyone talking about this soccer thing, like whatever that soccer thing is, where apparently it's like breathtaking, the connections that all of the countries are having, and they're just coming together even though they can't speak the same language and having a good time. And I've seen other people talk about it. I haven't watched them myself. Is it like FIFA or something like that? The World Cup or something? That could be significant. Okay. Whether with just one other person or many, it is time to feel empowered and strong, knowing that the relationships we form have the ability to make massive changes in our lives, the lives of others, and the planet itself. Who can you align with to help with your projects and dreams? Where can you offer your help to others who want to achieve the same as yourself? What do you bring to the table? What are your gifts that, when combined with like-minded people, can elevate what you are trying to achieve? When we work in this manner with our tribe or community, the combined energy is a powerful force. Ensure that you are using this force with all the right intentions. Who can you align with to help you achieve success and make positive change? Stand tall, grow together, and support one another. I feel like these readings are a progress, like from Pile 1 then to Pile 2 and Pile 3. Because it definitely seems to be talking about our connections and our relationships with other people and aligning with our soul tribes. We have focus with number 24 here, which is a number 6. Sagittarius energy is coming through. There's definitely an energy of pointing our arrow in a specific direction and being focused on getting to that direction, like getting to that end goal here. Okay, they're saying to read it. 24. If you have been feeling scattered, now is the time to hone in on your desires. Time to be direct and very clear with your intentions. Watch your thoughts, because you are drawing into your life what you are focusing on. Meditate on this card when you want clarity and directness in thought and speech. I was reading the other part. Okay. So I really feel like not only are you needing to get to what is it that you want, you might be feeling this energy of like, well, I want multiple things, or your energy scattered from here and there and there, and it's like, okay, we need to be direct in what we want and what our intentions are so we can find the right tribe. Because when we express what we want with the intentions that we are putting towards things, you will naturally align with your tribe that resonates with that same purpose. You got the rune Urus. Okay, this is an untamable force, power. Okay, it represents bison, or like the ancient bison that weren't controlled. It represents health, strength, steadfast, fearless, headstrong, and unstoppable. Powerful driving force, fearless in most situations, strong male energy, able to break through obstacles. I feel like this is a powerful driving force driving you forward here, and this directedness here. Whether that's coming from you or it's coming from spirit or what have you, I feel like there is a sense of like you are supported in this endeavor. You are supported. You are guided. You are directed in this endeavor to align with your soul tribe here. And knowing that we work better together. And that does come with its challenges, you know, but this is what it's coming through. The unexpected. Wow. Number 43, another 7 here. I don't know why I said another 7, but we have 6, 7, 8. It's the only 7. Pile number 2 had 7s, I think. Blue moon. Once in a blue moon. We just had a blue moon a month ago. But do you see the 2 women here? I feel like once in a blue moon, there's a connection or connections where you meet these people that the universe, spirit shows you in a massive way that you are in alignment, that you guys are in alignment together. Don't let that, you know, be a small thing when it comes up. We have spells and rituals bringing magic and self-care together. Okay. Interesting. What I'm getting from that spells and magic, or spells and rituals, I feel like a lot of us know, at least a lot of you guys that are in my collective know that whenever we set the time and put the energy into, you know, psychic care and psychic protection and spiritual hygiene, you feel so much better. Okay, it's a very protective thing when you stay on top of your spiritual hygiene. Sometimes when we slack, I'm sure you felt it before, when we slack on those rituals, when we slack on this, on the cleansings and the protective measures that we need to take in order to protect our energy, we feel it and we start seeing things happen that could have been prevented. But all is a lesson, so no need to worry about that. But let's get the past, present, and future of what's going on here. Okay, let's see the past. Show me the past for pile number 3s regarding this situation. Oh. Oof, that's a heavy energy. We got the 5 of Cups, and I'm not taking reversals, so... Oh, wow. You could be very heartbroken in the past, okay? Something, is that a love letter? Or those are symbols? We have a statue of the goddess here. You know, maybe in the past you felt like you were alone and like maybe spirit wasn't hearing you. But what you don't see is that you've had elemental beings that have been with you through this. You are not alone. This has been something that was very much so felt, seen. Okay, this is grief. You could have, my condolences if you had someone pass recently, or an animal or something like this. You know, maybe this is friends even that you lost with this whole community. Maybe you had a community before and it didn't go well. Let's see what's going on for your present. What's going on for right now for pile number 3s regarding the situation? What's going on right now? Present moment. The 4 of Cups. Lots of emotional energy here. Okay. Lots of emotion energy. Oh, again, with the water spirits here. The water elementals. I feel like she's daydreaming. She's daydreaming of something better. She's already, you know, accomplished the brass, the silver, the gold, and now she is envisioning and dreaming of something even better. This doesn't seem like the 4 of Cups where they're not satisfied. This seems like a card of like dreams and hopes for the future. Okay, and what's going on in the near future for pile number 3s? We're going to clarify these. If you've been sick or like feeling down and out, like depressed, this is healing here with Urus. This is an energy of health and vitality and strength and power. And a lot of that may have to do with you really staying up to date on your spiritual hygiene. Okay, so near future for pile number 3s. The 9 of Cups. Beautiful. Wow, all water energy here. Every single one. We also have the 3 of Pentacles here, which is working together. It's really putting effort in and being happy with your result here. You've got gnomes here as well. Okay, this is your wish fulfillment card here. Like, how much better could things be? Like, you have good people around you, family, friends, or soul tribe family. People are wanting to celebrate with you. So this is going from not so great to good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's get some clarification to see what exactly this is about here. I just saw the moon. It reminded me of Little Mermaid. Can we get some more about what is this 5 of Cups here for the past? The past energy for pile number 3s. What is this 5 of Cups? The 6 of Wands. Okay, so, you know, you may have tried something before. You may have tried something before and it did not reach the desired outcome that you wanted it to. Or maybe you had some type of success and maybe there's a grief of people not supporting you. Can you give me one more card here for the 6 of Wands with the 5 of Cups? The 6 of Cups. Okay. And the World. So this is grieving over happier times. You might have really lost somebody here, okay? With the 6 of Cups, with this mother and children here, and they're playing, and again with the water spirits here, you're very connected to water. The water spirits are definitely all up in your reading here, and there's even a bath here. So you might need to be taking ritual baths, spiritual baths, cleansing baths. Okay. Actually, yeah, they're saying you do need this. This is something that you need. There's something about you being very connected to the mermaids or to dolphin energy. You are connected to the water spirits and the water deities, and you are meant to be working with the water deities. And they don't like stagnant energy. I even had to re-offer fresh water to the water spirits right before your reading, actually, before I started this video, because they're like, our water is stale. It's yesterday's, so you can't slack on that kind of stuff, okay? Because these elementals are here to really support you, and that is a bonded relationship that is built over time, and you have to feed it, okay? So there was something that happened in the past, okay, where you really felt like you tried and tried and tried to stay happy and like stay focused on the good times. Maybe that was an illusion, you know, or maybe it wasn't, and maybe you lost this person. You lost, it could be your mother or a child, and I'm so sorry if that is the case. I could never imagine. That's absolutely unthinkable of how that must feel. Or it's just a situation where you're mourning your past version of yourself, okay? Okay. Tell me more about this 4 of Cups for the present moment for pile number 3s. What's the 4 of Cups here? The 9 of Swords. Oof, we got vulture energy here. I have a newfound love for vultures. Okay, so there's something about you only having access, like entities controlling your thoughts, okay? Controlling your dreams. You might be having nightmares. Entities, attachments, and evasive energies are taken over here. And the elementals and the spirits that are here to help you have no way in. They don't have access here. Okay, so whatever this is really took a toll on you and put you in a state of depression, of anxiety, of fear. This could be a very much so, could be a health situation. Why is the Nine of Swords here with the Four of Cups? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have 999 now. We have 999. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody that really has built the life that they truly want, okay? I feel like your anxiety has to do with you getting to this place of satisfaction, of self-satisfaction, okay? Being content with life. And I feel like you have been back and forth between these energies here recently. And see how her hand is like looking out to the future? I feel like maybe you not being in the present moment, see how she's daydreaming and she's also looking ahead. This could be what's causing anxiety. What I'm getting is that you're looking, so when I get this, when I have this, I will finally be happy. When I finally have my own place, I'll finally be happy. When I finally have this brand new thing, I'll finally be happy. And so this is an issue because it's not something external to you that is going to make you feel better or feel happy. There's things that need to happen discipline-wise with the spells and rituals. There's things that need to happen with connections, and you can't do that if you're alone and you're plagued by entities. You need to clear the entities around you, or you should, I mean. But this whole not being present because of the pain, you're like not wanting to be present in your body or present in the moment because of fear or because you don't want to see something that's going on, or you're trying to avoid it, okay? Or you're trying to look past it. But the exact thing that you're avoiding is the exact thing that's going to bring you this Knight of Cups, that's going to make you happy, that's going to bring happiness inside of you on a deep, internal, fundamental level. When we're always saying, in the future I'll be happy, when I have this I'll be happy, when I get in a relationship I'll be happy, when I'm no longer lonely I'll be happy, then you're telling the universe that it's not possible for you to be happy now with what you have, and that puts you in a state of lack, okay? It puts you in a place of, no matter what happens to me right now, no matter the miracles right now, I can't be happy until I have A, B, and C, or D. So this spells and ritual card keeps pulling at me. When we bring self-care, self-love, and magic together, and we stay on top of those rituals, magic happens. Magic happens. You have no idea how easy it is. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you're just not thinking about it in this moment. But sometimes entities will keep us from doing the thing that's going to clear us from the trauma and from the anxiety and from the fear and from the worry. They don't want you to clear. They don't want you to do a bath ritual. They don't want you to cleanse your space. They don't want you to get out of bed and have the urge to go outside. They want you They want you stuck in your bed, not sleeping, tossing and turning. All these voices that are coming in your head of like anger and why don't I have this? Why is it easy for everyone else? Or why can't anything go right for me? Self-fulfilling prophecies work both ways, okay? All right, let's see what's going on for your near future for pile number 3s. What is this Nine of Cups for pile number 3s? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. She's writing and then she's crinkling the papers up. We have air fairies, air elementals here. What is it that you truly want? What is your dreams? What are the things that you're trying to achieve? Tell me more about this Knight of Swords with the Nine of Cups for the near future. Seven of Cups. I feel like in the near future, you're going to have some type of event, some type of celebration, okay, that is going to put you in the energy of gratitude that is necessary for you to get on the ball with what it is that you need to get done to make this happen, okay? And I feel like you have too much going on, too many things in your face, too many options, too many voices that are trying to tell you, well, we should do this, or we should do that, or we should do this, or we should do that. There's even too many air elementals here. And again, our thoughts I don't know why I said again, you guys, for my collective, I guess I'm speaking to the people that I work with all the time, that I teach and guide. Your thoughts most of the time are not coming from you. Like maybe 25% of your thoughts actually come from you. The rest of them are entities or your angels or your guides or your spirits. Okay, your fears, your subconscious, your unconscious thoughts, or just projections from out in the field. Thoughts are thought forms, and they're alive and they're floating around you at all times. It's important to know yourself on a deep level, on a fundamental level, to know what is you and what is not you. Because you could be somebody that can really vibe with a lot of different things. Maybe you have so many talents. And I feel like the answer here is to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. Yeah, focus. Focus. You're about to get the energy that you need to kick these entities out the door. And then you need to focus. And you need to direct your will to where you want to go. Because right now you're manifesting too many things and it's going to clash, okay? It's not sustainable. Okay, I really feel like the biggest message here is to heal from the past, okay? And allow yourself to sit in that grief, okay? When we run from the grief, this is kind of what happens, where we need to like be out of our body or disassociate from what's going on because it's too painful. Spirit is saying that there's healing happening here and that it's not going to be too painful for long, or to trust that you will be guided to the healer that's necessary. If you do need a healer spiritually, energetically, emotionally, mentally, let me know. I do offer my services as a shamanic healer, but I feel like you're going to be giving the energy and it's going to help you focus and direct your arrow exactly where you need it to go. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with building your tribe, okay? Really being able to connect with other people. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles, working together. Admitting that you need help. Admitting that, you know, you've got some things that need to be healed or worked out here. Letting people know, like, hey, you know, this is what I have to offer and this is what I need help with. It seems like you're balancing here. This I'm going to win no matter what energy. Maybe there's grief here when it comes to you loving somebody and then them treating you wrong, or them only wanting to win because they want to win. There is balance here with Temperance and the High Priestess. I feel like you are really truly connecting to a deeper part of yourself, your soul sister within you, that is going to help guide you here. You are being guided, okay, pile number 3s? I hope this did help support you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Comment down below. Let me know which pile you chose. I do love to read the comments. And I hope that you found this message helpful. And inspiring, and I hope that everything works out for you in the end. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.